welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net, and welcome to this wonderful hobby Ramp Radio. We'll catch you at 8 o'clock here. K9GCR recorder.
Sounds good. KD9ACI.
K9GCR from K9JPP.
K9JPP, K9GCR. Go ahead, Joe.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm busy on 40 meters. Would you mind putting me down for early bird check-in?
Okay, Joe, I'll go ahead and put you down.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. K9JPP.
You have a good evening, Joe. Good luck on HF 40 meters. Talk to you later. K9GCR recorder. KC9GCR to all stations. I will be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in approximately 6 minutes at 8 p.m. So, repeating, I'll be calling the Friday Night Fun Net in exactly 6 minutes at 8 p.m. KC9GCR will be clear. Be standing by for the net. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock, and welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of Rams radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a BL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios, no, we're not doing that anymore. I think everybody has a radio with PL capability, so we're not doing that anymore. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, April 19, 2024. This net is being live streamed around the world via the internet, via YouTube. Mike, KD9MED in Rochelle is doing the honors. He is also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay, those of you who are listening via the internet, if you want to check in with Mike through the internet with Mike K9MED. He in turn will relay your internet net check-in to me via the radio. Also, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repeater but you can't get into it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline, area code 815-232-FN, 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio first there. We did have one early bird hotline check-in. That was Pat, KF9SD in Warren, Illinois. One moment, please. I better put him down. Okay, that's done. So, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to do it different with the stations checking into the net. I'm going to try something different. Those of you who listen to the Wednesday evening SWAT net here in Freeport on the 147-390 repeater, we do A through G, H through N, O through G, and U through Z. We're going to experiment. We're going to do it this way for check-ins. This way, this cuts down on time. If you like it, fine. If not, we'll go back to the old way. So, okay. We're going to do check-ins. A, Alpha through Golf, Hotel, H through G, H through N, O through T, and U through Z. When you check in, okay. Like my call is K9GCR, we're looking for the G after the 9. We know how that is. We're going to, like I said, this is something new we're going to try. If you like it, fine. If not, we'll go back to the old way of doing things. But I just thought maybe we could do it this way to kind of speed up the net a little bit. After we get done with check-ins, we're going to do the round table. This is something we started last week. After we when we get done the round table, we'll do our features. We'll do the Friday Night Fun Net, the traffic portion. Then we'll do the TechNet portion. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, or DMR? You have any technical questions? Try that. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Please feel free to answer them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Let me reset. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? No, I did not. Not since, I better make sure, but I don't think I did. So, okay. Then the UA contests that are taking place, please let us know. Then we'll have our swap net. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or want related to hobbies, ramp, radio, or computer, we'll do that. I had 25 on there check-ins last week, so we'll see how far we go tonight. Okay. Okay, let's do short time on mobile stations first. Do we have any short time on mobile stations who want to check in? Please go now.
K9KZG, Larry, short time, have a great net. N4WGN, Bob here, report Jimmy about a mile west of you, short timer. And good luck on the net tonight.
No traffic.
Okay, stations stand by. K9KZG, Larry and Robert, the King of CW. Got you checked in, Larry Southry. Have a good evening. We'll catch you on the Rag 2 net tomorrow night. N4WGN, Bob here at Freeport, about a mile west of me. Okay, Bob, I've got you checked in. Southry, have a good evening. We'll be able to talk to you later tonight on 3-9. Thanks for checking in. Now, there are two stations trying to check in at the same time. Mike, AA9VU, that sounded like you, but let's try that again. Mike, was that you trying to check in?
Yes, I was. AA9VU. You got me now, I guess, Jim.
I got you now. Okay, I know you're short time, Southry. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. There was another station trying to check in at the same time Mike was. Other station, come back, please.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Short time tonight, Jim. Have a great net.
Okay, Norm, K9RGG, Norm in Orfordville. I've got you checked in, Norm. It's a rarity for you to check in short time, but I understand. You got something else, probably got something going on tomorrow. 7-3, thank you for checking in. We'll talk to you next Friday night. There was another station trying to check in at the same time Norm was. Other station, come back, please.
Oh, for the third time. N9DLB, no traffic. Short time.
N9DLB, Dave is here in Freeport, about a mile east of me. He lives north of beautiful downtown Freeport. Sorry about that, Dave. We have a lot of stations checking in at the same time. I couldn't copy anybody. I've got you checked in, Southern. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
N9GBP, Greg in Rockford.
N9GBP, Greg and Robert. Okay, Greg, I've got you checked in short time. Southern, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations you want to check in? Please go now.
KC9QPL, Paul and Lewisburg. Short time 73.
KC9QPL, Paul and Lost Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in. Southern, have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Any more short time on mobile stations? I'll have to check in. Please go now. Okay, let's see, how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 short time stations. Okay, now we're going to go to general check-ins. Now, like I said, we're going to try this new format of checking in. Alpha through golf. Alpha through golf. Please go now. Okay. No stations Alpha through golf. How about at H through N? Hotel through November. Please go now. Well, how about let's try any stations, Oscar through Tango. Oscar through Tango, want to check in, please call now. Okay, let's try uniform through Zulu, U through Z. Please call now.
KD9YBG, Dale and Rockford.
K9YBG, Dale and Rockford. I've got you checked in, Dale. I'll get back to you a few minutes for the roundtable. Thanks for checking. Any station, uniform through Zulu, U through Z, wishing to check in. Please call now. Okay. Any stations, Alpha through Zulu, A through Z, wishing to check in. Please call now.
KD9MED. K9FDO.
Okay, I've got two stations checked in. KD9MED, Karen Rockford, the Duke of Digital DX, I've got you checked in. And thanks for that check in, Carrie. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. And Justin, K9FDO, great job on the Skywarn net last night. I think we had good turnout. I think we had 12 check-ins. That was great. Thanks for checking in, Justin. We'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Any stations, Alpha through Zulu, wishing to check in, please call now.
KD9MED.
Okay, K9MED, Mike and Rochelle, I've got you checked in. Mike is live streaming this net on YouTube, on the internet, around the world. He's also recording this net for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay, Mike, I will get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations, Alpha through Zulu, wishing to check in, please call now.
WX9RLD.
W9AXD. Well, hello, stranger. Long time no hear. Ricky's good hearing from you again. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations? Alpha through Zulu. Would like to check in. Please call now.
KE9ACI, Chris in Rockford.
Kilo Echo 9 Alpha Charlie India. I've got you checked in, Chris. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. This net meets each every Friday evening at 8 p.m. in this repeater, and more importantly than that, welcome to this wonderful hobby of amateur radio. You are the new kid on the block. So we got to welcome. We'll get back to you in a few minutes around table, and I'm going to ask you how you got into this wonderful hobby of amateur radio. You're really going to enjoy it. Not only did he pass his technician's class, folks, he also passed his general class. So we'll talk about that later. Chris, welcome to the net, and thank you for checking in. Any more stations? Alpha through Zulu would like to check in. Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ, Al and Rochelle. Okay, Al, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking. Any station, Alpha through Zulu, wishing to check in, please call now. Okay, I got some traffic to pass along. The Friday morning breakfast meets every Friday morning from 7:30 a.m. until about 9 a.m. It's an informal gathering of handfuls. No affiliation necessary, good food and good company. Everyone is welcome to attend. It's held at the Spring Garden Family Restaurant in Loves Park. So, okay, I was wondering if we'll find out for sure if they had a good turnout there this morning. So, okay. Does anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along? All right. Let's go ahead with the round table. I can't tell you. I didn't come up with any topic or anything like that. But we'll go with what we have here. KD9YBG. Dale, what's going on with you? How do you like the new format of check-ins, or do you like the old way better?
KD9YBG. Well, they do it on other nets, and it keeps everybody from just plowing in there trying to call in, because if there's nobody in that group, you might get a few doubles, but it seems to be constantly doubles all the way down the line when you don't do it this way. So it might be better. You can give it a try and see what everybody else thinks. KD9YBG, back to net.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun, and K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun in Central and Freeport. Okay, well, I come up with this idea. That's what we do. As you know, when you check in the Wednesday evening swap net, that's how we do it on Wednesday nights there. But I'll just maybe I'll just do this again on at least one more Friday night. We'll see if everybody likes it. Like I said, if you like it, great. If not, we'll go back to the old way. What else is going on with you, Dale?
Well, not a whole lot. It's just been so windy outside. We finally got some sun today. But I got a few things I want to do outside with some antennas, but I don't want to do it when it's blowing 30 miles an hour out there, because I have to hoist one up in a tree, and it's just too windy. That's about it, really. Just kind of looking on the internet and stuff, and just kind of researching, I guess. KD9YBG, back to net.
Okay, sounds good, Dale. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. KD9MED, Carrie, what's going on with you? What do you like the new format of the new way we're doing the check-ins, or do you like the old way better?
This is KD9MED. Thanks, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. What's new with me? Well, I had to mow the lawn for the first time this last weekend, and it looks like I'm going to have to do it again this weekend. It's just, every spring it always astounds me, the vigor with which everything pops up. It's something to see. All the trees are in bloom now, all the cherries and plums, and starting to see the more birds, more colorful birds. Brief reset. Now, welcome aboard to new guy Chris. As far as the check-in format goes, Jimmy, I'm indifferent. I'll point out that you got most of your responses when you called for the range A through Z, and when you come to think about it, that's the way it's always been. You've always been calling the range A through Z, even though you weren't saying it out loud. KD9MED.
Okay, Carrie, sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna give this a try, maybe at least next Friday night. We'll see what happens after that. So okay, thanks, Carrie. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for your DX report there and what have you. Okay, Justin, K9FEO, what is going on with you? And do you like the new check-in format, or would you rather I stick to the old way?
Good evening, Jimmy. Nothing crazy. Got a few things going on I'm working on right now. kind of been waiting for the weather to get warmer, if you couldn't tell from the net last night. And with the format of the net, if you want my honest opinion, no, I don't like it. It completely threw me off. And at the moment, I'm typing up a document about some stuff I got going on, and I just didn't have time to think of where I was in the alphabet. I gotta get this done, so. No, but I mean, you know, maybe call from the first letter of people's call signs, you know, A-N-K-W, you know, that might work a little better, maybe a little bit easier, and we'll definitely get rid of some of those doubles that you always get, so. Besides that, not a whole lot going on. Thanks for running the net tonight, and congratulations to the new guy. Been looking forward to hearing you on the air. K9FD, back to net.
Okay, sounds good there, Justin. Yeah, you'll be hearing from him in a few minutes here. So okay, that sounds good. Well, when we first started the net back in 2008, that's how we used to do it. They're A, K, N, and W. Then finally we decided, said, why don't you? I don't know who said it. They said, why don't you change it different then? Do it differently. I said, okay, that's what I'll do. So sounds good. Yeah, you did a great job on the Skywar net last night. Yeah, that's what you were talking about summer. I hear you. I'm ready for summer too. Okay, Justin, thanks for checking it. Okay, Mike, KD9MED. What's going on with you? Do you like the new check-in format, or would you rather go back to the old way?
KD9MED here. You know, I'm fine with the new way, Jimmy. I think that's a good point. Kind of keeps the doubles down quite a bit. And yeah, we'll get used to it. You know, it takes a little bit getting it smoothed out, but I think it's a good idea. Not much going on here. Just getting ready for the weekend. That's about it. KD9MED, back to net.
Tonight's my weekend. For me, Saturday and Sunday are just regular normal days, as far as I'm concerned. That's for sure. Okay, sounds good. Well, I thought that this is the way to kind of speed up the net. Here's the thing. By the time I get to after the check-ins, I do the traffic, we do our regular features. By the time we get to the roundtable, if those stations have checked in, probably got tired of waiting, they probably moved on. So I thought, we're just going to do it this way and see how everybody likes it. They're trying to speed up the net a little bit there. So, okay, Mike, let me know if you have any internet check-ins and what have you. So, and you do a great job with that. Oh, and I told, let's see, Chris, KD9ACI, about the Friday Night Fun, that Facebook page. He said he's never going to look into it. So, I'm going to be getting back to him next. So, okay, Mike, thanks for checking in. Okay, W9AXD Ricky, what's going on with you? I know you're watching wrestling. I've got it on the TV too, but I got the volume turned down so I don't cause any interference here. What's going on with you, Ricky? And do you like the new format of the check-in format, or would you rather go back to the old way?
WX9RLT, good evening, Jimmy, and everybody on the net. As you know me, I'm always for new things. I say go for it. If it works, it works. It don't, it don't. You don't know unless you try. So I say go for it. What's going on with me? Long story short, trying to enjoy life and can't wait for the warmer weather. So I was out in that wind earlier, and I think I'm coming down a little sick. So man, it was kind of nice, but man, that wind was brutal earlier. So other than that, not too much going on. So good to hear everybody out there. Jimmy, I say try it, you know, run with it. If it works, it works. If not, you know, just go back to the other way. So good to hear everybody out there. So send it back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
Okay, Ricky, sounds good. You missed a great Skywar net last night with Justin K9FD as net control. He really does a great job with that too. So, okay, thanks for checking in, Ricky. And now, the new kid on the block, Chris, KD9ACI. ACI. What's going on with you, and welcome to this wonderful hobby of Rams Radio. What made you decide to get into this wonderful hobby of ours?
Hey, good evening, everyone. This is Chris, K9RFD. You know, to be completely honest, I just stumbled across a YouTube page, YouTube video, ham radio crash course, and I've always been into electronics and different radio stuff, and never got into it and decided to dive in. And, you know, just kind of fell into it, started watching some YouTube videos and started studying and learning my technician, doing the general, and just decided to plunge in and take the test. And again, kind of been lurking around the group for a while and listening until I got my my license, and popped on the other night and listened to Jimmy talk about the weather, so it was kind of intriguing, and warm welcomes all the way around, so I appreciate it, and looking to learn and grow and get into some more ham stuff.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'll tell you what, Justin K9FEO, Joel K9JPP, Ricky, WX9RLT are heavily involved with the Skywarmer. Ricky's been involved in it for years. He got into this hobby by listening to the Friday Night Fun Net, and so did Justin K9FEO. Like I said, that we have the Skywarmer training that Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater. If you have time, you're always welcome to check in.
I appreciate the invitation. KE9ACI.
This is KC9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net and the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, etc. in Freeport. Now, we just talked to the new kid on the block, Chris, Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Sierra, India. That call is easy. It's easy. Hang on to it. Don't change it for 1 minute for any reason whatsoever, Chris. ACI. Many years ago, we used to have, about 50 years ago, we had a radio station, a WACI, or Wacky Radio, as they used to call it around here back then. It's now WFPS 92.1, but that was known as Wacky Radio. So they played like mostly rock and roll and some other kinds of music there too. Okay, now let's go to K9EPZ down in Rochelle. What's going on with you, Al? Do you like the new check-in format, or would you rather I go back to the old way?
The new check-in's just fine. You know, I didn't seem to have anybody doubling, so that's a good thing. And welcome to the hobby there, Chris. And welcome to first Echo call I've heard. Kilo Echo 9 call. So that's got to be something we got to start getting used to. Finally ran out of D's.
Well, I'll tell you what, Al, that wasn't that many years ago we had to get used to new Kilo Delta 9 calls. Now we got the new Kilo Echo 9 call. I think this is great. I said sooner or later it was going to happen. So okay, Al, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. That concludes my list. Are there any more stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? If you're coming to open your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show, if you just turn your radio on, you've been copying to me over the last half hour. This is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from anywhere in the region. With drop traffic, please call K9GCR.
K9GCR. This is Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Whiskey Romeo, down in Beloit. How you doing tonight, Jim?
KD9KWR, and Beloit, we got you checked in. I'm doing fine. What do you think? Do you like the new check-in format, or would you rather I go back to the old way of doing things?
Well, I was thinking about that. You know, I think we could kind of combine both of them together. And, you know, back with the old way, you know, you would do the the people in southern Wisconsin and the people in northern Illinois. So maybe we could do something with A through Z in northern Illinois, and then A through Z in southern Wisconsin. I don't know, just a thought.
That sounds like a good idea there, Don. I just might do it. Maybe I just might do it next Friday night. Thank you very much.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Just trying to help out whenever I can.
Well, I like to come up with ways that we can improve the net or something like that. Maybe get more people checking in. Many, see, back about when we were on the 255 repeater, when the repeater was, the antenna was 400 feet in the air on the tower just north of Rockford. I was picking up as many as 50 or 60 plus check-ins. I don't know if we'll ever do that again like that, but we kind of like to get more check-ins back the way it used to be here.
Well, I just thought my little idea might, cut down on doublings and stuff, because, there's a lot of people that listen to this net. They might not check in, but they're surely listening. But, if you got, 20 guys trying to check in at the same time, that's a train wreck.
Well, that's the truth. Hey, when we were linked up to CFMC repeater in Chicago for the Belvedere Half Fest, I was getting pile-ups galore there that Friday night. This was back in 2011.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I mean, we gotta come up with some kind of a, I guess you would say, a system that, everything flows continuously, but it doesn't get bottlenecked. So we got to figure out where the bottleneck is.
Stand by hotline. This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transferring from Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. That was John in Elgin, KC9DDF. So, okay, he said he couldn't hear the voice on the repeater, but he could hear the phone ring. Hear that phone ring, folks? That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. Don, KD9KWR, okay, getting back to you, didn't want to leave you out in the cold, but yeah, I just might try your idea next Friday night. Thank you very much.
No problem, Jim, 73, have a good one, and we'll see what happens next week, so KD9KWR, I'll be clear, have a good one.
Okay, 7-3, and thank you for checking the Chad Simplex net last night. He had a good turnout. Okay, 7-3, talk to you later. Any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please go now.
KD9ZTZ.
KD9ZTZ, hello, Corey. Haven't heard you in a while. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. My brother flew into town yesterday, and really I just don't have time to get on the radio because this is about the time I finish from work.
Well, your job and your family come first. Let me tell you something. Richard, N9ZO in Belvedere. I know he's probably listening. He doesn't check in on, but he does listen every Friday night. He always said, your family is number one, your job is number two, and the radio is number three.
but I'm happy I can make it today. I put in some time for tomorrow, so that way I can come in a little later and stay up a little later tonight. But yeah, I've been listening for about 30 minutes here, and I like the new check-in style personally. I think it's a lot better than the old way.
Okay, well, sounds good, Corey. Thank you very much for your input. Okay, you have a good evening, and hey, thank you for checking in. You have a good time with your brother this weekend. That'd be great to see him. So, okay, thank you for checking in, Corey.
Have a good night, everyone. 3, KD9ZTZ.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for checking in, Corey. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please go now. Okay, now we'll get into, we'll have some more check-ins before the night's over. The night's still young. This net usually runs well over 2 hours, so we don't get done till after 10 o'clock. All right, let's go ahead with our features. Let's go ahead with the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8, DMR? If you have any technical questions, if you do, you're welcome to bring them before the net, and we'll do our best to answer them for you. Anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net?
WX9RLT.
WX9RLT. Okay, Ricky. What do you got for us?
Long story short, it's going to be a wild shot here. Back in the day, I used to do APRS via the ISS, which is the International Space Station. Long story short, I need to know the path to ISS. If I remember right, it was ARISS. If I'm wrong or if I'm correct, can somebody let me know the path via APRS to ISS?
Okay, Ricky, WX9RLT wants some information. He wants to know what is the path for the APRS for the ISS, International Space Station. Can anybody help Ricky out?
I can't personally help you, but if you get a hold of Kevin, W9KLG, he is our satellite guy. Any and everything you need to know, get a hold of Kevin, W9KLG. This is K9FD back tonight.
Okay, thanks, Justin. Ricky, WX9RLT, did you copy that?
Yes, sir. Much appreciated, Justin. Yeah, I used to do it a while back ago and wanted to get back into it again and kind of didn't remember the path there. So, yeah, I'll definitely reach out to Kevin. So, much appreciated there, Justin. Back to you, Jimmy, WX9RLT.
Comment.
Sounds good. Go ahead, Kerry.
This is KD9MED. A quick Google search shows a frequency of 145.825. 145.825.
Okay, Ricky, did you copy that?
Yeah, much appreciated for that, Kerry. Do you happen to know the path? It should be path 1-1. That's kind of what I was looking for. If I remember right, it was something like ARISS, I think the path was, or something along that line. By chance, does it show that?
Yes, it is ARISS, comma, wide 2-1. And there's no spaces in any of that. ARISS, comma, wide 2-1.
Okay, Ricky, did you get that information?
Yeah, much appreciated for that, Jimmy. Yeah, that was exactly what I was looking for. So, the 2-1 is what I was missing. So, Carrie, you're a lifesaver. Thank you, Carrie. Back to you, Jimmy, W9RFD. Thanks again, Carrie.
Tell you what, it's been a while since we have any traffic on this thing, but that's really great. You know that anybody who wants any questions, you ask a question, you get a lot of answers. That's what's great about this net, about this particular segment. So thank you very much. Anybody else have any text traffic they'd like to bring for the net?
KD9ACI.
Go ahead there, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know if this is super appropriate, and I'm sure everyone has their own opinion, but I'm just currently working on an Yaesu FT2DR. I'm close to the repeater, but I'm kind of looking at kind of some QRP, looking at either a Elecraft KX2, KX3, or an ICOM 705. Wasn't sure if anybody had any experience with one or the other, but just kind of looking for some recommendations, and one to stay away from, one with a steeper learning curve, just kind of poking the group out there and see if they've got any experience.
Okay, the new kid on the block, Chris, K9RFD is working on an HD. He wants some information. Can anybody help him out? Well, I'm sorry, Chris. I guess nobody's able to help you out there. But thank you for at least giving it a try. Anyway, hopefully you'll find somebody who will help you out there.
Absolutely, I appreciate it, though. Thank you.
WX9RLT.
Go ahead, Ricky.
I do not have any experience with any of those, so long story short, that's why I did not jump in there. Welcome aboard, Chris. My name is Ricky, call signs WX9RLT. I am not familiar with those radios, so long story short, I apologize, but I use the FTM 400 on my end. I know it might not be what you're looking for, but I'm just kind of tossing it out there. You know, the 400 Yaesu series is a good, good radio. So, back to you, Chris. Good to hear you, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you much. I'll take a look at it. KD9ACI.
Oh, that's good. At least you got some help there, Chris. That's great. Also, Ricky is one of the net control operator for the Winnebago County Skywarn. He's one of the net control operators whenever we get severe weather. Of course, his schedule at the present time is not allowing him to participate. He's got a crazy work schedule, so what have you. But Justin, K9FBO, and Joe K9JPP just do a good job as net control. All right. Anybody else have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, there being no further tech net. It's been a while since we have any traffic on this particular section portion of the net there, the tech corner. Now we're going to go into the Friday Night Fun Net Contest /DX Corner. Did you make any DX reports this week, or you know of any contests that are going on? Okay. Anybody has any information, please go ahead.
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Kerry, what do you got for us?
I was on the air one time this week. I got up really early on Saturday morning. I got up before 5 a.m. and got on the air for about an hour and a half. And I started out on 40 meters. It was still dark out. And within 14 minutes, I'd logged 7 new Japanese stations. And then I went to 20 and 15 and logged 2 new Asiatic Russian stations. So that's a good time to get on the air, is, you know, just before dawn. And you can hear just about all of Asia, it seems like. I have trouble getting up at that time of the morning. I used to do that a lot, but not so much anymore. Brief reset. Anyway, from that morning, my most distant contact was VK3BNR. He's in Melbourne. That's about 9,600 miles away. I want to give a hat tip to Greg, N9GBP. He's short time tonight, but a little birdie told me that he worked 3G0YA today on Easter Island, and I congratulate him on that. He is really a leader in DXing, but he doesn't talk about it very much. Thanks a lot, KD9MED.
This is Case 9G-Star, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. I was talking to W9AXD Matt that he threw out his call this afternoon, and he was telling me, Kevin, not the W9KLG, but the other Kevin, I forget his call there, but he was telling Matt that Easter Island was really moving in. He was picking them up real good. Matt tried to make contact with no luck, but I guess it was a difference in antenna system, but what have you. But that definitely sounds good. Okay, now I'm going to tell you let me tell you about the contacts I made. Let me find the. All right. Where'd you go here? All right. Okay. Last Saturday, well, actually, this past weekend, I made two contacts with Georgia QSO party. First contact was on 14.277 upper sideband at 20:45 hours. Kilo Mike 4, Delta, Alpha, and Yankee. And he was giving me 6.0. So, okay. The next station was in Massachusetts on 14.223 megahertz at 20:57 hours, November Echo 1 Charlie in Massachusetts. The third contact that was my second contact with the Georgia QSO party on 14.279 megahertz at 20:06 hours. Yeah, that was on Saturday. Oh boy, how did I screw up on the time? Well, all right, don't matter. That call was November 4 Romeo Juliet. Yeah, he was giving me 6.0. All three of those contacts were giving me 6.0. So okay, that was. Those are my three contacts I made last weekend.
No, I haven't worked any of those three guys yet, Jimmy. I've got to get on the stick here.
Oh well, hey, you got plenty of time doing that, so that was great. Okay, does anybody else have any the extra reports you'd like to pass along. Well, Chris, K9ACI, this is what you'll be doing. You soon be making those contacts with these stations overseas and then the stateside. You'll be participating in this segment there too. Okay, now let's move on to the SWAPnet. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be related to hobbies of RAM, radio, or computers. All items to be bought, sold, or traded must be the property of or in possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. May mention priced over the air, but any haggling should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. So anybody have any SWAPnet traffic you'd like to pass along? That's going to take me a little bit, and I got to put all my papers and stuff away. Oh, boy. What did I do with that? Oh, boy, I don't want to lose that checking list. Okay. Do we have any more stations? I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now.
W9KLG, South Rockford Mobile.
W9KLG, good evening, Kevin. What's going on with you?
Oh, nothing much. Just started to work on the satellite antenna stuff. Doing a little redesign.
Okay, sounds good. Did you hear Corey check in?
No, I still haven't got my base station hooked up. I just got the box back together.
Okay, he was last, you're checking number 23, Corey was checking number 22.
Oh, okay. That's good. I just had somebody run a stop sign in front of me.
Oh, boy. Definitely don't need that. That's the problem is we still have a lot of people who don't know how to drive. That's all there is to it.
I think they know how to drive. They just are kind of impatient.
Your impatience is going to cost them one of these days. You're going to end up putting somebody in the hospital, or they're going to end up going to the hospital themselves. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, Kevin, well, I don't know if you were listening to the early part of that. I tried a new check-in format, like we do on our Wednesday evening swap, that like A through G, H through N, O through T, and U through Z. A lot of people seem to like it so far. Just like cuts down on the dumping or what have you. I don't know if you've heard any of it or not.
No, Jimmy, but if this is being recorded for the internet, I might go back on the archive and see what the beginning of this sounded like.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Kevin, I'm going to let you go so you can concentrate on your driving. You have a good evening, and thank you for checking in.
Okay, Jimmy, Wayside 73, and everybody have a good night in the net. Yeah, I won't be back on here. W9KLG, be clear.
Okay, also, Justin checked in. He's checking number 15. So, okay. Okay, any more stations while checking the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. Okay, we've got a couple of Hamfests coming up. Now let me find all my papers here. Oh, good God, we already read that. What's going on here? No. Those handpests are over with. I'm trying to find the new one, the ones that are coming up. All right. Just a minute. All right. We got one coming up next Saturday. Hold on. This is the Ozaki Radio Club presents its 44th annual Spring Indoor Amateur Radio Electronics and the Computer Swap Fest. It features a tower, featuring Tower Electronics. Saturday, April 22nd, 2024, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Setup begins at 6 a.m. Ascension, Columbus, St. Mary Center at the Milwaukee Curling Club. W67N890 Washington Avenue, Cedarburg, Wisconsin 53012. Talk in 146.97 megahertz, PL 127.3 minus offset. Door prizes, free Wi-Fi, food sold by Cub Scout Pack 516 /586. Admission $7 at the gate. Children attend and under free with a paid adult admission. 6-foot tables, $12 in advance, $15 at the door if available. Again, that's the Ozaki Radio Club, Amps Radio Electronics and Computer Swap Fest. Next Saturday, April 27th, from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Now, the weekend after that, we got the DeKalb Ham Fest, sponsored by the Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club. Sunday, May 5th, 2024, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Vendor tailgate setup, Saturday, 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Sunday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. via back gate. $8 advance tickets, double stubs, and $10 admission at the gate, single stub. By the way, Richard, N9CO in Belvedere, has the advance tickets for that Hamfest. If you want those tickets, you can contact him at area code 815-547-8686. I repeat, area code 815-547-8686 if you want the advance tickets for the DeKalb Hamfest. It's always the first Sunday in May 5th, 2024, Sandwich Fairgrounds, Sandwich, Illinois. Just north of Route 34 intersection of Stoy Dam and Gleddy Road. Talk in K9RFD Repeater 146.730, the PL 100.0 minus offset, or 146.52 simplex. Please use main gate. You have any questions? Phone Bob yours, W9ICU, the Hamfest chairman at area code 815-757-3219. 815, area code 815-757-3219, or email W9CA@ARRL.net. So, okay. DeKalb Hamfest or Sandwich Hamfest on Sunday, May 5th, 2024. Okay. Okay, we've got another Hamfest coming up. Starved Rock Radio Club, the American Radio Relay League sanctioned Hamfest 2024. Ham radio, RC models, computer, and all the hobbies. Flea market, 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. Amateur radio hobbyist and collector's show. Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. Indoor, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Mendota Tri-County Fairgrounds, 503 First Avenue, Mendota, Illinois, 61342. They used to have it down in Princeton until only a few years ago. ARRLVE testing, 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Grand prize of cash drawings, $50 to $75. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Oh boy. I'll forget that one. All right, well, that's down the road yet. Start Rock Handfest Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. More information to follow in the coming weeks. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please go now. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a second roundtable. I don't know how many are still with us, but we're going to go ahead anyway. Dale, KD9YBG. Dale, what else is happening with you? Okay, Carrie, KD9MED. Anything else you'd like to bring before the net? KD9, oh boy. Oh boy. K9FDO, Justin. Anything else you'd like to bring before the net?
Not a whole lot, Jimmy. Great job on the net as always. Always a good Friday night fun net when you get a new guy on there too. So I get a hold of him sometime later on during the week. So, but besides that, thank you very much for what you do. You're the best. K9FDO, back to net.
Oh, thank you very much, Justin. I appreciate that. Well, I'll tell you what. As far as Skywarn goes, you, Ricky, and Joe are the best. We'll put it that way. I'm just second fiddle. Or second banana. Okay, sounds good, Justin. Thanks. Mike, KD9MED. This is the second round table. Anything else that I can bring before the net?
Yeah, KD9MED. No, there's nothing else that I can think of at the moment, Jimmy. KD9MED, back to net.
Suggestion I had, like a second round table, because I don't know, by the time 10 o'clock rolls around, I don't know how many people will be with us yet. So that's it. Okay, sounds good, Gary. Mike, thanks. Ricky, WX9RLT. Anything else you'd like to bring before the net? Okay, you must have left the radio. All right, the new kid on the block, Chris, K9RFD. Anything else you'd like to bring before the net?
Nope, just wanted to say thank you again for the warm welcomes and just working through my radio, and I caught your beacon on APRS, Jimmy, for the Friday Night Fun Net, so I saw that. And other than that, just listening and learning and watching some Olympic trials on wrestling. So I'm a wrestler in my former life, and just enjoying the wrestling, enjoying the net. So back to you, Net.
I was watching a little bit of that too. Now, okay, it was Friday night SmackDown. I think Fox Sports 1 or 2 either had rebroadcasts on tomorrow night or later on during the week. And next week they'll do that. So okay, sounds good. Right now I'm watching the 9 o'clock news on Channel 39. Thank you. Thank you for checking in. You're going to enjoy this hobby. And in a few minutes, I'm going to give a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. So, okay, thank you for checking. Welcome to the net, and welcome to this wonderful hobby of Ram's Radio. Al, this is the second round table we're having. Anything else you had to bring before the net?
KD9EPZ in the net. Yeah, I wanted to bring up Spring Wire. And Spring Wire is another ham active event, and it's running currently now until the end of the month. And it is single sideband, and it is on frequencies that are usable by technician class hams. So you've got 2 meter sideband, 6 meter sideband, and 10 meter sideband frequencies. And as they say, more information is at hamactive.com.
Thank you very much for that information there, Al. We appreciate that very much. Thank you.
No problem, Jimmy. Always have to open our horizons, and it seems like VHF, CHF, and UHF sideband has come back. As far as the manufacturers, it's been many years since the manufacturer building radios that would do 2 meter sideband, and now, there's a lot of radios that have come out recently that do it. Of course, like the Icon 9700, the Yaesu 991A will do VHF sideband. So it's coming back. So, of course, my Icon 9100 does 2 meter sideband. So, anybody who's been wanting to try their hand at it, this is the time to do it, because there'll be more possibility of making contacts now than there may be otherwise. So, but like I say, hamactive.com, sign up, people. And I'll catch you on the air. KD9EPZ, back to net.
Thank you very much, Al. We sure appreciate this very much. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central. Sounds good there. And thanks, Al, for your participation in this net. Don, KD9KWR in Beloit. This is the second round table there. We're just starting this up now. Anything else you had to bring before the net?
No, not much, Jimmy. Getting ready to head to the house and go to bed. So, that's all I got.
Okay, Don, sounds good. Hey, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you hopefully next Friday night. Corey, KD9ZTZ is still on the air. Corey, are you there? Or this is the second round table we're doing now. Okay. I don't know if Kevin is still on the air or not. Let's give it a try. W9KLG, Kevin, you still on the air? Second round table. What else is going on with you? Oh, this is also something else new we're trying. Second round table here. Okay, do we have any more stations who just joined us? You'll have to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. All the night's still young. We got less than an hour to go here. Let's do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is for the benefit of those people who are studying for their first ham radio licenses. We have a lot of people listening to us on the scanner. That's how Justin K9FDO and Ricky WX9RLT got into this hobby. They listen to this net on the scanner. So a lot of people listen to us because they can't listen to police communications anymore unless you have a very expensive digital scanner. And of course, a lot of people listen just for the joy, just for the heck of it. I'm going to read some questions, Alright. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions every week. It's going to take me a little bit here. Yeah, I'm not reading that one either. Alright. Okay. What, if any, are the restrictions concerning transmissions of language that may be considered indecent or obscene? A. The FCC maintains a list of words that are not permitted to be used on amateur frequencies. B. Any such language is prohibited. C. The ITU maintains a list of words that are not permitted to be used on amateur frequencies. D. There is no such prohibition. What, if any, are the restrictions concerning transmission of language that may be considered indecent or obscene? A. The FCC maintains a list of words that are not permitted to be used on amateur frequencies. B. Any such language is prohibited. C. The ITU maintains a list of words that are not permitted to be used on amateur frequencies. D. There is no such prohibition. Anybody have the correct answer to this question?
K9RFD, I think it's B's Bravo.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What, if any, are the restrictions concerning transmission of language that may be considered indecent or obscene? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Any such language is prohibited. 97.113A4. While you may encounter stations using such language, it's best to avoid controversial topics and expletives. And Radio License Manual, page 8-10. 75, 80 meters, that's definitely something else. I think they're overaged sea beers who don't know any better, and that's all I'll say about it. Let's move on. All right, just a minute.
Jimmy, it's real easy. If anybody remembers George Carlin's 7 words you can't say on television, those are the ones you can't say.
A. All licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B. Only the station licensee. C. Only the control operator. D. The control operator and the station licensee. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? A. All licensed amateurs who are present at the operation. B. Only the station licensee. C. Only the control operator. D. The control operator and the station licensee. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Okay, people, you know the answer. Don't wait for somebody else to answer it for you. Let's do it. Let's not have one person answer all these questions. Okay, I'm going to read this question again. When the control operator is not the station licensee, who is responsible for the proper operation of the station? The correct answer is D Delta, the control operator, and the station licensee. 97.103A. The station owner is responsible for limiting access to the station only to responsible licensees who will follow the FCC rules. Note that the FCC will presume the station licensee to be the control operator unless there is a written record to the contrary. And Radio License Manual, page 8-2. Okay. All right. What is the effect of vegetation on UHF and microwave signals? A. Knife edge diffraction. B. Absorption. C. Amplification. C. Polarization rotation. What is the effect of vegetation on UHF and microwave signals? A. Knife edge diffraction. B, absorption, C, amplification, D, polarization rotation. Anybody correct answer to this question?
B, Bravo, K9FDO.
You are correct, Justin. You are correct. What is the effect of vegetation on UHF and microwave signals? Correct answer is B, Bravo, absorption. Vegetation can absorb VHF and UHF radio waves. This can result in greater range in the winter. Well, ain't that the truth? The ham radio license manual, page 4-1. All right. I think I read this question last week. I don't want to read the same question every week. That's why I'm going through this book there. All right. I think I read that one too. All right. Those of you who work digital or D-Star, what have you, should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec type being used. D, all these choices are correct. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? A, your call sign. B, your output power. C, the codec type being used. C, all these choices are correct. Anybody correct answer to this question? Our D-Star operators must not be with us tonight, so I'll go ahead and read the question and give the correct answer. Which of the following must be programmed into a D-Star digital transceiver before transmitting? Correct answer is A, alpha, your call sign. In this D-Star system, your call sign must be programmed into the transceiver in order to be able to transmit. AM radio license manual, page 6-13. Okay, before I continue with the trivia, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. All right, let's see if we can find some. Just a minute, all right. Hold on, we'll find some here. Okay. All right. What are the toughest questions in the Tech General Extra Q&A pools? Your tower questions, of course. Those of you who are that just got your new technician license, especially Chris, KD9ACI, someday you're going to be involved in a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of the ground support system. Those of you who are studying for your test, if they ask this question at the nearest VE session nearest you, and if you get it right, this might be the one that puts you over the top and allows you to get your ticket. All right. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle use of tension guy line? Secure the guy line as the turnbuckle breaks. B, prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. C, provide a ground path where lightning strikes. D, providing an ability to measure for proper tensioning. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used to tension guy line? A, secure the guy line as the turnbuckle breaks. B, prevent the loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. C, provide a ground path where lightning strikes. D, provide an ability to measure for proper Anybody have the correct answer to this question? You tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Our tower climbers must not be with us tonight. What is the purpose of a safety wire through a turnbuckle used as tension guideline? Correct answer is B, Bravo. Prevent loosening of the turnbuckle from vibration. Guide wires must be installed according to the tower manufacturer's instructions. Place a safety wire through any turnbuckles used as tension guideline. This prevents them from loosening due to vibration and twisting. Time realized the manual page 9-17. All right, okay. All right. Okay, one moment, please.
Comment?
Comment, go ahead.
KD9ACI. You know, I just went through my technician. I was unfamiliar with that question. I looked it up super quick. I think that's the old test bank, isn't it?
No, negative. This is the latest Tech Q&A book. Okay, I got it. It includes the latest question full with answers for use July 1st, 2022 through June 30th, 2026.
Oh, my apologies. I'm gonna have to go back to studying because I don't think I've ever approached that question. Back to you, Nat.
Have you ever been asked any questions, your tower questions before? Have you ever been asked those questions? Did they show up on your test, on your internet test?
Yeah, they definitely popped up, but again, I don't recall that one. It was mostly about safety and you know, tagging the lines, making sure that they were tagged appropriately. But nothing about the guide wire, so again, I'm going to have to go back and look at that one, so I appreciate it. Back to you, Nat.
You're welcome. Okay, let's see if you know this one. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B, use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. D, all these choices are correct. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing techniques. B, use appropriate tie-off to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. D, all these choices are correct. You have the correct answer to this question there, Chris. Okay. What is required when climbing an antenna tower? The correct answer is A, have sufficient training on safe tower climbing and techniques. B, use appropriate tie-offs to the tower at all times. C, always wear an approved climbing harness. Well, the correct answer is D, Delta. All these choices are correct. So, okay. Every week I read these tower questions. We almost had a tragic accident a few years ago when Kurt K9MED in Roscoe. Well, the best tower climbers around. He made a boo-boo on the tower. He accidentally fell off. He laid there for a long time before, fortunately, his wife discovered him, called an ambulance. Any further delay, we might have had a silent key. He's one of the best. He's the repeater. He's the repeater chairman for RARA. So that's why I read these. I read these tower questions every week. We want to avoid. We don't want to lose anybody to an accident because as a result of an unfortunate incident when you're on a tower. Okay. This concludes Friday Night Fun Trivia for this week. We'll do it again next week. I think maybe next week we'll try some more general or extra class questions. Do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, now I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun That's a Central Facebook page. Contact Justin K9FDO, Ricky W9AXD or Brad AH2I, and they'll get you signed up. You see pertinent information about the net. You see updated pictures of my Amjack. You even see weather information. And of course, this net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. It's even recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. As soon as I get done with the net, Mike, K9MED will post it. It'll take them no time. In no time, you can listen to this net, or you can listen to last week's net. You can listen to all the nets that happened in the past several years here. I don't know when we first started this, but you'll be able to hear them for sure. Listen to Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, or all night, every night. It's Friday night, every night of the week with the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay. I don't know how many stations have signed up for one report. I think we had 168 stations. I don't know if that's correct or not. But anyway, if you want to sign up for the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, contact either Justin K9FDO, Brad AH2I, or Ricky WX9RLT, and one of them will get you signed up. Okay. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN 232-3636. The local Freeport number. We had a check-in during the net. That was Mike, John, Case 9 DDF in Elgin, Illinois. He couldn't hear the repeater, but he could hear the phone ring. You hear that telephone ring? That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney telephone ring. You see you see pictures of it on the Facebook page. The traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. Works like a tank. All right. Before we proceed any further, we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay. Excuse me. All right, now I'm going to give you a rundown of all the internets we have in the area. In about a half hour, at 10 o'clock, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, the PL of 114.8 plus offset, the night watch net will be held. That net is held 7 nights a week. They have different net control operators. It all depends on how long. Sometimes that net runs for an hour, hour and a half, even up till past midnight. Also, Chad, the W9AXD links his 440.950 repeater to the CFMC 443750 repeater, so you can hear the net locally. I'm sorry to report that he's been having technical difficulties with that repeater. So, okay. Don't forget, tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater, we have the Saturday evening rag chew net. I think, I believe Larry, KD9HKX is net control at tomorrow night. Let me reset. Usually brings up a topic, net control operators bring up a topic. You want to talk about that, fine. You want to bring up something else, that's fine too. We go around about 3 or 4 times. That net usually runs sometimes more than an hour or an hour and a half. That's what it's all about, a rag chewing. That's what we do Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. on this repeater. We've been doing this for just over 2 years now. those of you who have HF capabilities, on 3905 megahertz at 7580 meters at 4:30 p.m. on this coming Sunday, the Illinois statewide Aries net is held. They have several different net controls in different regions of the state. Around here, it's Lloyd, KB9APW. He's EC for not only for Whiteside County, but for IEMA Region Number 2, which Stevenson and Winnebago County are apart. The Big Thunder Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net at 7 p.m. Sunday evenings on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere. That has a PL of 100.0 plus offset. It's more or less it's a check-in only net. You can do, there is some traffic on there, but it's basically a check-in net. Also, the Greene County and Aries Races net is held every Sunday evening at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. That has a PL of 123.0 minus offset. Scott, K9YI, and Brandon, K9 the TNU are net control. They rotate as net control operators. I believe Brandon will be net control this coming Sunday night. It's a combination Aries Races net and Ragju net. The Whiteside County Aries group holds its Sunday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling. That has a PL 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is about 300 feet in the air. It's on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower at their main headquarters in Sterling. Okay. The Rah-Rah Info Net takes place on the Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater. Larry, K9KGT, and I share the duties as net control operator. It was his turn last week. It'll be my turn this coming Monday. After the net, Larry, K9KGT has Morse code practice. Then at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL1 of 82.5 minus offset, the Lee County Aries group holds this Monday evening net. Then at 8:30 p.m., the Kishwaukee Hams Radio Club holds its Monday evening net on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL1 of 100.0 minus offset. Tuesday evenings, we got a whole bunch of nets to choose from. On this repeater at 7 p.m., it's a Tuesday. It's just the Health Tech and the Social net. We don't have that net on Thursdays anymore. We used to have it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but earlier this year I decided to cancel the Thursday evening net in favor of the Skywarn training net. But anyway. The Health Tech and Social Net is hosted by Larry, East 9GO and Rock. That's held at 7 p.m. on this repeater. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise. If anybody else has any traffic, they need to bring forth the net. Also at 7 p.m., on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 minus offset, the Rock County Public Service net is held. Thursday evenings, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Tuesday evenings at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon. That is a PL 146.2 plus offset. The Ogle County Hams net is held. That net runs for about 10 minutes, and after they get done with that, if there's time, if weather conditions permit, they'll go to 146.595 simplex for a brief simplex net. there was no simplex net this past Tuesday because of the severe lightning strikes around here. Lloyd, K9 APW, was the net controller of that net. Okay, immediately following that simplex net, they switched back over to the 147.165 repeater for the 9 p.m. Aries Skywarn net. It's down in Ogle County. Okay, Wednesday evening, there's a brand new net that just made its debut about a month or so ago. It's called the chat net. Different net control operators hold that. That's held at 7 p.m. on this repeater. It's kind of similar to Saturday evening rag tune net, if you know what I mean. Also at 7 p.m. on the Wednesdays here in Stevenson County, I host the Stevenson County Aries net, which meets on the 147.390 repeater with a here in Freeport with the PL 114.8 plus offset. The Greater Boyd Amps Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd with the PL 123.0 plus offset. Then at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater, PL 114.8 plus offset. We have the Wednesday evening swap net. Mel K9RFD and I share the trustee of this repeater shares the duties of net control operator. He ran the net this past week, this past Wednesday. Now I'll do the net next Wednesday. Mel brings us Amps Radio Newsline, 15-minute independent news broadcast of whole entire day Amps Radio. And don't forget, Thursday evening at 7 p.m. on this repeater, you got the Winnebago County Skywarn training net. So, we made good progress on this net. Justin, K9FEO, net control operator last night, did a great job. I think he had about, 11 check-ins. We have, let's see, Joe K9JPP, also runs the net. And if the situation permits, hopefully Ricky, WX9RLT, will be picking it up again. So that's it. We ask everybody what last night you missed the net. We were asking everybody what kind of summer, what would you like to see, what kind of conditions would you like to see during the summer, what are your favorite activities. Justin did a great job last night. Also, the DeKalb County Aries net meets on the 146.730 repeater at DeKalb PL 100.0 minus offset, also at 7 p.m. That's their Aries net. On HF, you got the senile net. That's held during 1400 hours, 1500 hours, Zulu, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, WD9BBS net control operator. Okay, now you're all caught up to date in your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local clubs.
K9CFL.
More stations who would like to check in the Friday Night Fun net, please call now.
KC9CFL checking in, no traffic.
KC9CFL, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you?
Not much, just, working, breathing in and out, hanging out with the kids and the wife. That's the extent of it. So, probably looking at the next, hopefully coming up here soon, buying a house down in Oregon, Illinois, maybe. So we're still debating. But, yeah, that's about it that's going on with me. You sound wonderful tonight, Jimmy. KC9, CFL, back to net control.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, you won't have any problem getting to that 147.165 repeater down there in Oregon. We can get everything set up.
Yep, it'll just be another repeater that I can hit, and then, you know, there's enough property, and there's already a 50-foot tower there that somebody had, so it, you know, we'll be able to toss that on there. The only thing that's a little nerve-wracking is there's a cellular tower, I don't know, probably less than a mile away, so I might get some noise from that on HF, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Just a minute, I'm trying to find a radio nut joke here, for you. Okay, here it is. You'll like this one. This is from Mike H9JZ. You know you are a radio nut when you install a 2-meter 440 mobile radio on your riding lawnmower.
Wait, you mean there's not supposed to be a ham radio on my riding lawnmower? Nobody told me that. I love it, Jimmy. KC9, CFL.
Okay, sounds good, Mike. I knew you would. Hey, anybody has any homemade radio nut jokes you want to pass along to Jimmy Collins Radio on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline? The homemade radio nut jokes are better than the 30 original ones anyway. Oh, okay, Mike. I know you don't check in often, but I tried a different format for check-ins. Instead of the usual way, I tried it the same way we do on our Wednesday evening swap net, like A through G, H through N, O through T, and U through Z. So I was asking everybody if they like the new format or they like the old one better. Most people saying they like the new format. What do you say?
Yeah, it doesn't. Either way is perfectly fine with me. I do like the fact if you do it by either by call sign letter or if you do it by last name or whichever way, you know, alphabetically. It does make it easier for people to check in because then there's not just a mad rush of people trying to check in. So, yeah, that probably works best.
Well, that's how we do it on our Wednesday evening swap net here in Freeport on the 3.9 repeater. I thought we'll try it this way. I'm trying to just come up with new ways like to shorten the net or else get more people to check in.
Yep, and every little while you get bigger and bigger. So, yeah, I think doing it the way you're doing it now is probably a better way.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Okay, Mike, I'm going to let you go, son. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend.
Thanks a lot, Jimmy. You do the same. KC9, CFL is out.
Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, I got the wrong folder out. Just a minute. Oh boy, what happened there? All right. Let's see. Okay, one moment, please. I got the right folder this time. Okay. All right. This time, we'll save that for another week. I'm gonna read the answers code if I can find it. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is the answers code. 1. The amateur is considerate. He never knowingly uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The amateur is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League, which amateur radios represent. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. It is well-built, efficient. Its operating practices above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. So only patient sending when requested. Friendly device and counsel the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5, and this is very important. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes in his home, his job, his school, or his community. And finally, number 6, the amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code, as Tony, K9RFD REC here in Stevenson County says. Not something to live by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. These stations were definitely busy this past Tuesday night with the storm. And if we ever get in a war with North Korea, Iran, or Communist China, we might need these. They might have to bring back Conrad or DBS or what that. Watch those old civil defense films, Duck and Cover. See what happens with that. Okay. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. This is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, and K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center in Freeport. Any more stations wishing to check in, please call now. Anybody have any additional questions, comments, traffic, or input you'd like to bring for the net? Okay, at this time I'm going to do my honorary check-ins. We have a lot of stations to listen to the net, but they don't check in. Sometimes they'll check in, other times they don't. But I do this anyway. So far, the count stands at 24 check-ins. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 station on-air check-ins. I got the 4 early bird check-ins. I actually have one to check in on the phone, 1 hotline check-in, no internet check-in so far. But I do these honorary check-ins. Some stations check in, other times they don't. But here we go. Our EC here in Stevenson County, Tony, N9ARB. I put a little HC down for honorary check-in. That's better app, Tracy, N9GAB. HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in often, but he listens every Friday night. Richard, N9ZO in HC honorary check-in in Belvedere. He has tickets to the upcoming Sandwich Ham Fest, tickets in advance, $8. You can call him at area code 815-547-8686. Area code 815-547-8686. Let me reset. I talked to him on the phone this past Monday. He had his heart monitor removed, so he said he as a result, he was not able to listen to the radio when he had his heart monitor removed, because otherwise the signal would cause his heart monitor to screw up. But he's doing fine. He's out in his hotel. He said that he may have to go back to the hospital for any checkups or anything like that. But he sometimes he checks in, other times he doesn't. But he's been giving me advice for how to do the net and what have you. And I've been following his advice. And Richard, if you're listening, I want to say thank you very much. All right. Okay, minute, whoa. Just a minute. Oh, yeah, he's on. Oh, God, I almost wrote down the wrong call sign. Hold on. K9JZ. Mike, 1800 check. Okay. We got that right. Okay. Okay, let's see. KC9ICH. Robert, 1800 check it. KD9HKX. Larry, 1800 check in. Let's see. AC9GO. Larry, also in Rockton. And his better half, Myrna. KD9YUM, or 1800 checking, or K9YUM. She likes to make stuff. That's why she liked that call sign, okay? Okay. I'm going to do my... Alright. N9WSQ, George, he's the president of our Stevens County Repair Association. He's also the trustee of the 147.300 repair in Dakota, PL1 of 88.5. Plus all that, that's also a system fusion repeater too. Your wires X and everything on there. Now, KD9LOA, Brandon in Ruralina, KD9OVJ, Johnny McConnell. I heard him on there in the Coons Age. He was on this repair the other day. Went back to get back to him. He even called me, but he was gone. As it turned out, I thought he was on 39, so I answered him on 39. When I realized he was on this repair, I went to get back to him, but he was gone. Oh, boy. I haven't talked to him in the Coons Age. Let's see. Okay. Do we have any more stations that want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. All right, put down Kirk. K9 is an honorary check, and I'm going to put down Dean. K9FLO, Dean and Roscoe, HC honorary checking. Sometimes he gets on there, and we do quite a bit of rag tunes. Sometimes he and Kirk do a lot of rag tunes. But that's about it. So, okay, who else? I'm going to put on Dan, KD9. Just, hold on here. Oh, I screwed up on his call. Just a minute. Oh, yeah. K9SAZ. I gotta put him down. Hold on. SAZ, HC checking. Okay. Any more stations want checking? Please go now. Oh, yes. I got checking this guy. KC9YI. Scott Monroe, HC honorary checking. He's got company, but he probably was. If he doesn't check it, I'll put him down as an honorary checking. That's 39 check-ins overall. Let's see if we can pick up, who would like to pick up for number 40? Oh, yes. I definitely got to check him in. Brad, A-H-2-I. He is the one that came up with the idea of starting the Friday Night Fun Net back in 2008. He's gone through so many calls. He was first known as W9WWW when I first got into this hobby 20 years ago. That was A9G, and he's gone through so many call signs, it's pathetic. Okay. Okay. We have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, I think everybody's checked in who's going to check in. I think that this kind of concludes our main business, so I think we'll just, pretty soon, we'll just stand by for a few minutes. I think we're going to close down the net. I want to thank everybody for checking in. It seems to me like everybody likes the new check-in format, so we'll try something new next the Friday night. Like I said, if you like the check-in format, fine. If not, we'll go back to the old way of doing things. But everybody seems to like it. Here's another radio nut joke. This is from Steve, W9WBB. I haven't heard from him in a coon's age. You know you're a radio nut when you would rather go fox hunting than girl chasing. Here's another one from Mike, AC9JZ. You know you're a radio nut when your power goes out, but you don't worry about because then you key your mic and every fluorescent light in your house comes on. This is K9GCR with the Friday Night Fun Net and a K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central in Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, do you know where your children are at? Lockdown, lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Gary, K9MED was telling me he listens to jail frequencies on his scanner every night at 10 p.m. Dispatch, radios, all the corrections officers, lockdown, lights out, time to put the jailbirds to bed. Good night, sleep tight, Don't let the bed bugs bite. That was an old thing we used to say when we were kids. Do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. Okay, I want to thank Dan, N-I-D-C-H, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing this use for this repeater to host a Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of check-ins so far. Myself, K9GC, net control. These are my early bird check-ins. W9JTC Jamie, N9BWM Bruce, K9JBP Joe, and KF9SD or Keep Fighting 9 Silver Dollars, Pat in Warren, Illinois. You check early bird check-in. You also check on the phone, on the hotline. So I got his call sign written down in red. Now, let's see. Now, these are stations checked in during the net. K9KCT, N4WGN, A9VU, K9RGG Norm, N9DLB, Dave, N9GBP, Greg, K9QPL, Paul, KD9YBG Dale, K9MED, Carrie. K9FEO, Justin, KD9MED, Mike, who's live streaming this net on YouTube on the internet, recording this net on Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. WX9RLT, Ricky, haven't heard from him in a while. And the new kid on the block, Chris, Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Charlie India. Welcome to Friday Night Fun Net, and welcome to this wonderful hobby Ranch Radio. K9EPC, Al, K9KWR, John, and my hotline check-in, K9DDF, John Nelson. He couldn't hear the repeater, but he could hear the phone. KD9ZTZ, Corey, W9KLG, Kevin, K9CLL, Mike. Now, these are my honorary check-ins. N9ARB, Tony, EC, honorary check-in is Better Have, Tracy, N9TLB, N9TAB, I should say. N9ZO, Richard, and the Belvedere, H9JZ, Mike, K9ICH, Robert, K9HKX, Larry, H9GO, Larry, and Rockton is Better Have, Verna, KD9YUM, N9WSQ, George, here in Stevenson County, K9LOA, Brandon, and rural Lena, K9OBJ, John, rural McConnell, KE9N, Kurt, the repeater chairman, and Roscoe, and K9FLO, Dean, and Roscoe, K9SAZ, Dan, KC9YI, Scott Monroe, and AH2I, Brad. Total of, let's see, how many check-ins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, let's see, 19 on-air check-ins, 3 early bird check-ins, 1 make that 4, 1 check-in on the phone, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 honorary check-ins for a grand total of 40 check-ins overall. Do we have any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Remain aware of the region. Without traffic, please call K9GCR. Okay, I want to thank everybody. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders and your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your bank teller when you go to cash a check or withdraw money from the bank. Be sure you tell your, well, tax season is over. You can't tell them that anymore. Be sure you tell your used car dealer, your new car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, and of course your old ladies about the Friday night fun net. More check-ins better than that. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. We do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dopeheads, potheads. We don't take in from telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse or take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. You don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's plain and simple as that. Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in tonight. It was a great net. I hope you like the new check-in format. We'll try something else next Friday night. So, okay, with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday night fun net. With around traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, and K9RFD Repeater, Rockford, transmitting your Friday Night Fun Net, Central and Freeport. If you missed any of the nets, those you just tuned in, Mike, K9MED was going to be posting this net in a few minutes. You can listen to it afterwards, along the past edition of the net. So, it was a great turnout. I'm glad you liked the discussion. Okay. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. And once again, I want to thank Chris, Kilo Echo 9, Alpha Charlie India. Welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net. Welcome to this wonderful hobby of Raps Radio. Tune in again next week, same time, same repeater for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim K9GCR, now closing down this Friday. April 19, 2024 edition of Friday Night Fun Net. And return the repeater to frequency of normal amp radio use. At exactly 9:10 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10:10 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 10 minutes Zulu time with an unofficial count of 40 check-ins. 7-3 to everybody. Have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. This is K9GCR saying 7-3 to all, and to all, a good night. KD9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike, at a 2-hour, 10-minute net and an unofficial count of 40 check-ins.
All right, Jimmy, we'll get it posted as soon as we shut it down.
Thank you for all you do, Mike. K9GCR, we got 7-3. Good night.
All right, Jimmy. Thank you. This is KD9MED clear.